right, I'm done working for the day. I've got this hunk of clay left. I want it to be moist again tomorrow when I start working with it. And what happened is, as I was working with it today, it dried out a little bit. Some of the moisture went into the canvas board. Some of it went into my hands, which is interesting why your hands get dry when you work with clay, but they do. So I recommend having some lotion at home after you're done working. So when you go to clean up for the day, here's what I like to do. I like to take this metal rib, the rounded part, not scrape it perpendicularly. That gives me the heebie-jeebies. You want to kind of just come underneath it and scrape off any excess clay. And that goes in your big clay ball at the end of the day. So here, I just clean up my clay board. Some of yours have huge chunks of clay on them. So you're gonna need to clean that off. I wipe this off and then lift it up again. All right. Ta-da. You can also clean these tools off using the wooden modeling tool. Clean this guy off. There we go. He's all nice and clean now. Wipe that off with your fingers. And again, we are going to knead the clay so it's all back in one piece, ready for us to go again tomorrow morning or next time we pick the clay up. I don't know, 24 times. I don't know how long I do this. And then now you're going to wedge it into that brick again. The brick is the important part because overnight tonight we want to re-moisturize this clay. See there? Nice brick. Take the back of my pin tool, stick it almost all the way through because we need the water to get down and in there to re-moisturize this clay. So you can see how I put some holes in there. Now I take it to the sink and put, I don't know, fill those halfway up with water. All right. If your clay starts cracking, it's too dry, put it back away for the day, re-moisturize it. Put a little more water in there. Put it into your Ziploc bag. So I would go to the sink, go put some water in here, and then set it flat. Don't tip it. You'll knock the water out. Wrap that up. And now the water has no choice but to go back into the clay there. The next day when you open it up again, this sat from last night. There we go. Let's see this. No water coming out. So that's good. It all went into the clay and you can see how soft this clay is. If you add too much water, it's gonna smudge like that. That's not really good. So if it's too much water, too moist, what are you gonna do? All you have to do to dry it out a little bit is what? Yep, just keep kneading it until it no longer makes a mess on your surface, okay? And then you'll be able to tell perfect clay in a little bit. That's definitely too wet because my hands, it's sticking to my hands like that. So I'm going to continue to play around with this until it no longer sticks in chunks to my hands. Also, when you clean up for the day, try to get as much of this off of your hands before you go and wash it down the sink. You don't have clay traps in your sink at home. So what you want to do is make sure all of this, most of it is as much of it is off your hands as possible, and then you can rinse them off. But yeah, that's how you re-moisturize, and that's what it's going to look like the next day. It's going to be nice and soft for you to work it with again.